You know, guys, it's so hard for me to listen to these guys criticizing GameStop, these e-beggars criticizing, they don't even shop at GameStop, talking smack about GameStop, hollering their name. You're talking to the iWatch wearing, Switch bearing, game dealing, wheeling dealing, woo, son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time holding all these video games down. Let's talk. Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Just messing around, guys. Paying a little homage there to the wonderful, wonderful Ric Flair. If you remember, if you're an old school wrestling fan, you'll remember that little rant speech. Ooh, that was epic, glorious, guys. If you've never seen that, if you youngsters have never seen that, if you want to know the definition of true machismo, go watch that clip. Even football players enjoy it to this day. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk to you about once again GameStop. You know, I remember, as I told you, I have a huge backlog, right? That's what my last video was about. I have this backlog, man. I gotta stop and play these games. I gotta catch up. I don't have enough time. Yada yada yada. But what happens, right? What happens? I bought some games, right, because I needed to have them, and all of a sudden, GameStop has a 2-for-1. What? Alright, guys, so I wanted to start off with current gen stuff. You know, when the 2-for-1 comes out is when I really like to buy stuff that is from the current gen, because it's when you can save the most amount of money. You know, you can buy games that are, you know, pretty cool and of this generation. So let me sort them out here a little bit, and we're going to start off with the first one, Fractured by Butthole. South Park. This is a free game that I picked, and I picked it for my son because he's a big fan. It should come with this code, but probably somebody already downloaded it, but it doesn't matter to me because I own the game already. So, you know, that's cool, but a 2-for-1, I am not going to complain, especially for the PS4. Here we go. Neo, or Nio, however you want to say it. It should be said Neo. Anyway, again, in the 2-for-1, very good reviews on this game that I've seen. It's the kind of game that I like, action RPG type, and, you know, it's right up my alley. Right up my alley. Action, macho-ness, kicking butt, you know me. Alright, next is the game that you've been watching me play, and that is absolute worth every penny. Now, this is the game that I told you that I got for $29, but since I went back and took it back, essentially returned it so I could, you know, get my free game, then, you know, it averages out to even less. So that's pretty cool, right? I could have gotten that game probably online for less. And the game that I got, the game that I got for free of that purchase was this one, Tales of Vesperia. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. You know, I've seen gameplay on YouTube, and, you know, I've really liked what I saw. One of the things that I'm concentrating on now, guys, and I'm going back, especially to the PS3 era, what I found is that the print runs for a lot of these JRPGs here in America are smaller, so even after these games get older, they retain their value quite a bit. Even right now, I'm having a hard time collecting JRPGs for the PS3. Not because they're not available, it's just because they hold their price. You know, they're still in the 20s, some in the 30s. You know, there's a few deals out there, but there's not that many. There's not that many. So getting these in the 20s might not be a bad idea. You know, especially if you can get the 2-for-1 on the PS3s, and that's what I'm shopping for online now. All right, let me see. here's another game that I got, Tales of Cestria. There you go. And I don't want to open these up because sometimes they have things in them, guys, codes and stuff. But anyway, it doesn't matter nowadays. You don't get a book anyway. But another RPG that I've been wanting to play. You know, I like to balance the action games that I have, you know, the shooters that I have, with games that, you know, take their pace. This is one of the reasons I love Fist of the North Star so much, is because I can go back and forth. I mean, within the game, right? There's RPG elements, and there's, you know, of course, fighting. So that's pretty cool. Hack GU Last Recode. This is a game that's very highly reviewed. I've been wanting to play it, so I thought I'd dip my toes in, right? Now that I'm getting the 2 for 1, because, you know, when I average these out, they're coming out to like $15, $14 a piece after I put in the free one, right? So I really wanted to get into this game. Everything that I've read is positive. The gameplay that I've seen, the game style, and the art of the game is something that, you know, it's right up my alley. So I'm really glad I was able to get this. Now, and for the free one of that purchase, I got this one, Nier Automata. So I've been wanting to play this game for a long time, right? When it first came out, I couldn't afford it because I had so many other things, you know, that I'm buying, you know, retro style wise. But I also like to balance stuff out with current generation stuff, guys. It's just not that I completely only like retro. If there's a good deal on the type of game that I like, then I'll do it. These are the type of games that, even though they're modern games, they give me retro feels, man. That's just the best way I can explain it. Especially this game right here. This game right here, it just retains its old school identity, so I'm really digging it. Now, one game that I got for free, I'll show you the 2 Xbox games that I got for free. It's Darksiders 3, right? I haven't played it. I played Darksiders 2 and I liked it. I played Darksiders and I liked it. So, here's Darksiders 3, right? Hopefully they do all 4, but, you know, I've heard so-and-so things about it, but usually, you know, people of my generation, people sometimes will criticize a game heavily for its mechanics or the lack of this, lack of the other. And to an old school gamer like me that hasn't been around, you know, newer systems for that long, it really doesn't make a difference as long as the gameplay is solid. So I'm not going to take every review that I've read, especially nowadays with these magazine, so-called review websites. I'd rather just find out for myself, you know, and see what's going on. And last but not least, a very, very macho game, Dead Rising. Oh man, I read the reviews on this, and I had my eye on it. And there's actually another game that I want to go back to right now. But this one, you know, just jumped off the shelf for me for a couple of days, and then I started, you know, reading up on it, and I saw it's the kind of game that I like. Killing zombies, being macho, a lot of comedy, sarcasm, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this is a good first part of the haul, because it's just the first part. Oh, there's more. So here we go. I also got some old school games. I've been looking at this one for a while, but it's just in the slip, not, you know, now without the full case. So now that I saw it, and it was in 2 for 1, I had to get it. The Dreamcast collection for the Xbox 360, right? AKA Dreamcast 2. And I wanted to play Space Channel 5 Part 2. So that's one of the reasons I got it. And, you know, something that I've been eyeballing. And here we go. Dead or Alive 4. I'm a big fan of the series. Always liked it. I love fighting games. So for me, it was a no-brainer, right? And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. Once I move in and get my setup. Call it Juarez. Yup. Very macho. We're going to be doing macho things with it, baby. Always wanted to own this game. now it came down. It was hovering around $13 for a long time, so I'm glad they brought it down to $6, right? Here's a game that I've been wanting for the PS3 for a very, very long time. It's an RPG that has a couple of mechanics that I've only read about, and I wanted it back in the day. Of course, it was more expensive back then, but I've always wanted to play it. These are the things that make me happy, guys. When I've had a game that I've wanted for a long time, and I'm able to get it, and I finally get it on sale, well, I just have to do it, right? So this is the second set, by the way, the 2-for-1. Then I also got Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition, right? So let's see, make sure you guys can see it there. Yeah, another addition to the PS3 collection. You know, I've been building on that slower than the Xbox 360 because the PS3 games actually retain their value a little more, not only at GameStop, but just in general. So, you know, there's not many physical, there's not many cases, I shouldn't say physical, but there's not many cases left now, you know, because they're tearing them all down and they're just keeping the disc. So, you know, I'm glad I'm able to get these. And last but not least, this is a game that I've been wanting to play. I think I saw Happy Console Gamer also talk about it, so I wanted to make sure that I got it. I love the Transformers. I used to watch them when I was a kid, so, you know, I wanted to give this a whirl, and you can never have too many Transformers. Alright, let's wrap it up. Alright, humans, that was the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Those were the pickups. Remember, don't sleep on GameStop. They have plenty of good deals. All you have to do is wait for the right moment and strike. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.